Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and I want to tell you that the XRP holders, we are united to fight, and we really do need to fight. I'm going to explain that in this particular video using, I think, a very good example. And I am quite happy to see that when I went to bed last night, we were 32,000 that had joined the fight, united, being represented by Attorney John Deaton. He's going to give all the XRP holders a voice in the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. And when I woke up this morning, it had become 35,000. I would love to wake up tomorrow and see it at 37,000. Yeah, it doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter how much XRP you have. It doesn't matter how long you've owned the digital asset. And also, too, if you want to fill out that Google's Doc, which is on his Twitter feed, you can remain anonymous, too. So this fight is super important because when I show you this clip, which is just 29 seconds long, I'm going to give you an example of where just one former Ripple partner, which was using the digital asset XRP, has left a trail of damage. This is about MoneyGram. We have the CEO, Alex Holmes, here speaking about how he had to halt the use of XRP. It was a major setback for payments innovation, for one. MoneyGram and Ripple were innovating. That was stopped. It also harmed XRP investors who keenly support the utility. It also damaged MoneyGram shareholders. And the fourth point is it allowed Stellar and Circle, who makes the USDC, the stablecoin pegged to the US dollar, it allowed them to advance. That is not a level playing field at all, at all. And the fifth is, I'm sure I feel this way, along with a lot of other people. We have lost a lot of precious time uncovering all this corruption. It just makes me a little angry. So I want to play this for you, and then I want to continue on with a little bit of comment, some facts, and yeah, a little bit of speculation.
In this particular relationship, right, what's been created on the Stellar, through the Lumen is not relevant to this process, right? So the Ripple conversation was different because we were doing a lot of trading through XRP. When the SEC challenged XRP, that obviously put a halt to that trading platform. But in this particular case, there's no risk for us associated with the Stellar relationship in the strange event or rare event that may occur.
So just keep in mind, they are not using XLM in this solution. Yes, XLM is the native asset on the Stellar network. So a little bit does burn when you get a transaction, but it's a very fractional amount. This is really going to be a solution with the Circle USDC. They will be able to go from USDC to cash and cash to USDC. And it's a digital dollar, basically, and will be used for settlement in this new digital economy. They will also use the Texas Bank for settlement. That'll be between Circle and MoneyGram. It goes live in select markets in 2021, and then it'll have an international rollout in 2022. On the Circle blog, they point to MoneyGram having this breakthrough moment for remittances on Stellar, using USDC to fiat across the global retail platforms, facilitating exchange points inside the MoneyGram network. So what about the rumors that were flying around in July that MoneyGram had received offers of a takeover from Stellar and the company Advent International? This is a company that has invested $4 billion in 8 payment companies. They merged two of their acquisitions back in February to create a $3 billion payments firm. The new company was renamed in the merger, called Explore Technologies, processing $27 billion in payments, doing it by taking care of 82,000 businesses in 158 countries. And we learned on the 20th of September, they have confidentially filed for an IPO. So they will go public later on this year. And in June, Advent invested $430 million in the Brazilian payments company called Ibanax. This is a company that will process more than $7 billion this year. So here is my opinion. These takeover talks are most likely still very much on the table. Here is my speculation. If the stellar USDC solution works well for MoneyGram, an acquisition price could be reached with much more clarity in how much it is valued. MoneyGram, the stock price, just closed under $8. And in their last earnings call for Q2 2021, which took place on July 30th, the cross-border transactions are up 92%. And in that earnings call at the 1 hour, 5 minute mark, Alex Holm talks about, well, whether the company is sold or whether the company goes private or whether we spin things off. All things are possible. So here in that transcribed earnings call, the very last question came in: would you be open to offers today at the right price? And the CEO of MoneyGram answered that he would be open to offers at the right price. Well, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I have the responsibility to consider any offer that comes in that's real and at the right valuation. So yes, absolutely. And I don't think that the board is in a position where I feel like the company needs to go shop itself. Anybody is always welcome to call. Anybody is always welcome to come in with thoughts on how to create value. And if it's the right thing for the shareholders, then absolutely. The reason why I think it is still on the table is because he doesn't feel the need to shop. I think he's got a buyer in hand. And also, you can see here, they're talking about coming to the right valuation. I think that is where they are at right now. They are trying to come up with the right price. And it's a bit of speculation, of course, but I think that Advent is going to still pursue this takeover. And I think they're really waiting to see how the stellar USDC solution works out. They're going to have to maneuver through some troubled waters still, because Yellen and Powell in the United States, they still have this cast of a wary eye on stablecoins. And Pat Toomey, the Republican in Pennsylvania, he's a ranking member of the Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs. He wrote a letter to the Treasury on October 7th, and this goes out to Secretary Janet Yellen. He has concerns. He's got concerns that they're going to regulate stablecoins with one big broad brush. And I think that is very much a danger, because all eyes are on Tether right now, but you can't throw all the other stablecoins in the same basket as Tether. So I do hope that the United States Senate committee and the minds that are forward thinking and pro digital assets will help steer this regulatory craziness. All right, everybody, we're jumping to the fluff. I want to talk about this part of Japan here, which is called Niigata. Here is Tokyo down here, just so you can see how far we are. Yokohama is just a little bit south. So it's across the way in a very beautiful area of Japan. I have been there many times. It has lovely, lovely rice. The quality of rice is fantastic. And since the rice is so good, they make some of the best sake in all of the country. And it's so nice to see that these companies that have been in business for sometimes 100 years, sometimes 200 years, sometimes 300 years, are still continuing to innovate and change to make themselves relevant in a very modern day era. And this is a picture taken on the 4th up there. It looks like some of the rice fields. This is really beautiful, beautiful part of Japan. And there's a 176-year-old sake brewer there. And the sake brewer, which is Koshi Meijo, is thinking outside the box. They have decided to do a pairing with one of their sake lines with a potato chip. How cool is that? So they worked very hard and they came up with a shrimp, oyster, and olive oil taste to just match perfectly with this Yama Shiroya class of sake that they have. I think that is just fantastic. And another company too, which has been around for over 100 years, is rethinking how today's world is living. And so many of us are finding ourselves working from home. This textile company has come up with a brand new design, and it is for snuggling cats. Yeah, I think actually the pocket, which you see has been stitched in, it's a big pocket. It could work great for small dogs too, although they are marketing it for cats. I am just positive the small dogs would love it too. Here you can see a picture of somebody working from home, the infamous telework. Yeah. And the manufacturer, who has, like I said, been around for over 100 years, is thinking about how people are living today. So the designs, there's 3 different patterns, and it's all just been to create for everybody's lifestyle. I love it. I love the innovation. Yeah, to me, it shows me that people are still very creative and able to change with the times, unlike some of the people in our Senate. All right, everybody. Yes, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.